Welcome to Personal Mastery Training. I'm your host, Alvin Brown, former world-class athlete turned entrepreneur and consultant. Join us as we learn from guests who have conquered their inner battles and share their journeys to success. Get ready for inspirational masterclasses and thought-provoking strategy sessions to fuel your path to personal mastery. Let's dive in. Hey everybody, what's going on? All right, so let's call this strategy episode A Bigger Fear Than Dying. A bigger fear than dying. What the hell could that be? What's a bigger, is it public speaking? Snakes? No, here's what I'm going to say is a bigger fear than dying. Not ever having lived your full potential out or even get started. Here's the thing. Lately in my life, at this point in time in my life, in mid-50s, a lot of people around me and a lot of friends are experiencing challenges. People with health challenges, losing parents, multiple episodes and experiences where they're losing someone. So at this point in my life, there's a great book called The Telomere Effect. And in the Telomere Effect, it talks about this idea of the lifespan. And in your lifespan, it'll be separated into two divisions of your lifespan. The first 0 to 50 years for the average person is they call it your health span. This is where you have a lot of leeway, a lot of room to play. There's a lot of things you do that doesn't affect you at all. And then from 50 to wherever the end is, 80, 90, whatever it is, they call it your disease span. And the whole idea is that everything you do in from 0 to 50 either shortens that disease span, the years you spend in there, or it lengthens it. But at some point, we're all going to go through something. The great wisdom I heard is no one gets out of this game of life alive. No one yet. So you're going to experience some things. And so I've got to thinking about this idea of life and death. At some point, we all contemplate it and start thinking about it. Shit gets real. So here's what I was thinking in my mind. The bigger fear for me, I'm going to tell you that, the bigger fear for me than death itself and dying is never having lived. Never having lived out my truth. Never having lived out the thing that makes my heart come alive. The thing that gets me up in the morning and gets me to bed late and makes me want to just jump right out of bed to attack it. That thing that beats in your heart, that thing that's specific to you. You have a special, unique gift to give to this world. And for me, never having lived it out, to get to that day when, I remember, no one gets out of this game alive, to get to that day when I know it's impending and it's been stated, we know it's coming, and to realize that, damn, I didn't even start yet. I was gonna. I shoulda, coulda, woulda. One more day and I would have started, all that kind of stuff. Here's something I was telling someone that was talking to me about this conversation about feeling that they're running out of time. I said to him, we all have just about the right amount of time, whether that be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years, 80, 90, 100 years. We all have the perfect amount of time. Here's the deal, though. It's what you do with it. Because I said, when that time comes for me, I want to be in the middle of my dream. Remember, in the middle. Why do I say middle? Because the end, if you're a dreamer, if you're an achiever, there is no end to dreaming and to becoming and to evolving. There is no end. So this idea that I'm going to get to someplace, let's squash that. Because there is no place to get to. That's why you have to enjoy the journey and do something you love, because there is no end to this. And I'm not talking about going after money, constantly striving to get more money. I'm not talking about get things. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that if you set a goal to become a thing, get a thing. When you get the thing, you realize, shoot, I got time left on the clock. I can do more. I can become more. I can switch tracks. I can become something else. I can grow bigger. I can do something else. I can go to philanthropy. I can do charity. I can do whatever. I have more time. So let's relax and get rid of this idea that I'm running out of time or there's a limited time or whatever it is. I just continue to make sure that when that time comes, I'm going to be always in the middle. There is no end. Here's where I don't want to be. I don't want to be at the start, not even jumped out the gate yet. That's where I don't want to be. I want to hear the music singing in me and release it. Imperfect as humans are. I don't care about being perfect first. I just want to release into the world and express myself because I don't want to be at the starting gate when the time comes. And as I said, no one gets out of this game alive. So what's a bigger fear than dying? The bigger fear is never living. Is never living your life, never living out your purpose. First of all, you have to find your purpose. Second of all, you have to go about living it out and be courageous and vulnerable enough to live it out. Stay committed and consistent about living it out. So for me, the biggest fear, other than death and spiders and speaking in public, all these things that people say they have, is never living. And as I'm going through life at this stage in my life when a lot of the reality of life gets upon me and I start to think about it, I would say that's my biggest fear. And it's not a fear of mine anyways, because I'm actually living this life to my fullest. I'm happy with everything I'm doing. Some people would ask me some questions like, Alvin, what do you do for fun? What do you do when you're not working? You see, I used to hide and be in the secretive about it. Oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing it, checking boxes so everyone else can be happy that they think work, the four-letter word, is not something I always do. But I'm gonna tell you something. I don't always, for me, this doesn't feel like work. And I'm lucky enough to have a partner in my life who supports that and knows that's just who I am. I love giving. I love sharing. So for me, this is not work. So now I stop hiding it. And I just smile when they ask me what I do for fun, as if there's something else I'd rather do. No, this is fun for me. And then I have a good mix. And like I said, I've been with my wife for a long time. So I can't be doing something too wrong. I've raised 4 kids. I have built my business and I have balance. So what do I do for fun? I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now. I'm sharing with you. That's fun. It's fun when I get the feedback from people that this helped them. This fills me up. So let's get back to the conversation of what's bigger than dying, never having lived. That's what I say. So if you are on the fence or if you have that fear of anything else, anything you have a fear, I want you to lean into it because the obstacle's away. So literally, I'm free. I am free. No fear of dying because I'm living my life. And I know we don't all get out of this alive. So why hold on? Why fear? Just make sure I live this one fully. I'm not afraid of public speaking. I'm not afraid of spiders, snakes. Oh my. So at the end of the day, everybody, I want you to live free because the biggest fear that you have is never having lived this life fully, living it behind the cages of mediocrity. Live full, die empty. All right, my people. I hope that message gets to you. And I hope you, this one word, remember my mentor, I'm going to leave you with what my mentor always said, Dr. Tom Hill, love you, 88 years old, 89 this year. He said, one idea, well executed, can change your life forever. So I hope this is the idea that gets you to pull the trigger, push the needle, and live your life fully. All right. If I can help you out, let me know. Show notes, connect with me, free compatibility call. But you got to be ready first, though, to make that leap. All right. I'll talk to you. Peace.